Welcome back to the channel. Updates on the Altered State Machine, ATEM Car Club, SYLO and The Seekers, plus a whole bunch more. This is Into the Futureverse, and today is Friday, the 21st of October of 2022. Now give that like button a bunnies up, and let's get into it. So the first thing to dive into today is an update to the Underground. The dashboard in the under.fluff.world website has been updated, and it's a lot more user-friendly and intuitive. They've improved the user experience significantly, especially in regards to thingies, with the badge system quickly identifying the state of your thingy, whether they're resting, producing art, or if their latest masterpiece is ready to mint. Now speaking of thingies, there's been a change to the mint price to mint new artwork to the Ethereum blockchain, with the cost doubling with each subsequent mint, up to a maximum price of 32 moonrocks for your 6th mint. However, the minting price does decrease by 1 moonrock for every 24 hours, but the price only decreases whilst there is already generated art waiting to be minted. Thingies can now generate art without resting. Rather interestingly, we've seen the mint prices for Masterpiece 1 artworks steadily rising, and some canny investors are seeking out thingies that have yet to mint their first artwork to help reduce their overall cost by buying them, minting their first artwork, and quickly listing it on the open market. The next bit of news to cover was this update from Crypto Walkers and Altered State Machine. They published this Medium article to formalize their partnership. The first activation involves the Superheroine Squadron, using the superheroine characters from the AFA All-Star collection. Our first activation as partners in a series of long-term strategic initiatives is the introduction of the Superheroine Squadron, the alliance of the beloved AFA superheroines and our female Walker superheroines, to be embodied through a series of traits in our upcoming female collection, philanthropic initiatives, storytelling, lore, gamification, and more. With our alliance, not only do we pay homage to many of the superheroines and villainesses who have enriched popular culture with their diverse and powerful personas, but to female representation in our space and beyond. We intend to immortalize the superheroine troop in what it symbolizes here in the open metaverse. And you can stay up to date with the Superheroine Squadron by signing on their web form here. On top of this, the partnership goes deeper, using ASM Brain integration into Crypto Walker gaming environments, one that will integrate technically, foundationally, and fundamentally. We're building a play and earn multiplayer game on Unreal Engine 5 called Crypto Walkers Battlegrounds. Aaron McDonald announced that there would be some partnership content launching in the mid-November timeframe on the newly launched Root network. Perhaps Crypto Walkers Battlegrounds is one of the titles. Let's wait and see. The SYLO and The Seekers team gave some further updates in a Twitter space recently, including the launch of the mission board, which shows a spread of tasks that the team are currently working on and an idea of where they are in the pipeline. It's broken up into 4 sections: in discovery, future projects, features and products that we are actively exploring; in progress, things that are happening and development is underway; in review, we're trying to break things so we can fix them before they come to you. This also holds items awaiting sign-off from partner projects and auditing teams, or items that rely on external partners to build their bit before release. And then finally, done. Development is finished. These items may already be deployed or leaked, or awaiting the right time to be released. This is a great initiative to keep people informed and a place to keep tabs on progress from the team. A few other tidbits from the Seekers AMA have been documented here by NFT Bro. The team size is now at a headcount of 32 and continuing to expand, and it's been confirmed that holding more than one Seeker will still be beneficial. The idea with Seekers at the gameplay level is to have different use cases. They can be companions or sidekicks, do missions and do jobs and contribute to the game without you driving it, or they can follow you on your shoulder as your communications device. There's no reason why you can't have multiple Seekers doing different things for you. Another interesting topic was the discussion around Communications HUD heads-up display. This will use a common software development kit that other games can integrate, so the SYLO communications experience is consistent among different worlds and experiences. Some example use cases are: I'm a fluff in the metaverse. How do I call a party bear? I'm a game developer. I want to implement communications in the game without centralizing how it is provided. Setting up functionality so people building for Web3 assets have a way for these functionalities to exist. Could build Discord on top of this too. Seekers holders that are running nodes will benefit from people using the HUD. It's one of the use cases. The network needs users, and the use case is communications in the metaverse. And this will be the means of communication in the Futureverse and integrated in all projects associated with Futureverse. There was a lot more covered in the AMA, so to get up to speed, give it a listen, or maybe you read through NFT Bro's summary in full. There's also been some updates to the ASM Cortex, with Mining Cycle 2 for mining your Gen 2 brains now underway. The Cortex will now show all of your necessary ASTO energy statistics, including total ASTO energy accumulated, total ASTO energy needed to mine a Gen 2 brain, and the quality of the brains you're able to mine. Region lore cards will provide you with the backstory for each region. They also give insights into the number of brains mined from that region. Lore cards are activated by clicking on a region icon on the map of Illyria, and new regions are starting to become discovered as more brains are mined in that area.
Wild Sprite. Life pervades the verdant region known as Wild Sprite. Even the air is alight with an undeniable force of nature. And overseeing these lush lands, a mighty tree known only as Thickroot.
Also on the Altered State Machine was this tweet from Aaron McDonald. Today was a big day for Altered State Machine and the Futureverse. Months of effort by a team of passionate builders working with a truly global leader, a brand that touches half the world's population. It's long been rumoured that a partnership with FIFA, the governing body for the world game, could be coming. And keep in mind that the FIFA World Cup is just 30 days away, which would expose the Altered State Machine platform to potentially billions of people. Now you only need to capture a very small percentage of those people, and if you can provide an easy and fun gaming experience for them, there could potentially be a lot of demand for the ASTO token and the Altered State Machine assets. Before I continue, if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome, I'm Jerry, host of Into the Futureverse, where I cover alpha and updates on all things Fluff World and the Futureverse ecosystem. And if you enjoy this content, consider supporting the channel by smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and hitting the notifications bell so you get all my videos in a timely fashion. It's also been a big week for the ATEM Car Club, with a live Twitch stream with the team and NASCAR driver Julia Landauer, and also a live appearance from Jeff McDonald on the Crypto Gaming Show YouTube channel. Let's take a listen to a mashup of some of the highlights, where Jeff dropped a lot of info and alpha about what's coming down the pipeline.
Welcome to the Game Talk Show, guys. I'm excited for tonight's show. I got a really cool guest. Greatest things about these kind of projects in the ecosystem is how they're working all together. ATEM Car Club, Jeffrey McDonald.
I'm actually the mascot is my official title.
I was gonna say the best looking McDonald.
Aaron may not like to hear that, Awesome. I love car culture. That's always been a big part of my life, and it's always been a big part of what makes life worth it for me. It's the people and bringing them together that really makes it special. ATEM Car Club is about going along this journey and bridging the digital car club as well as in real life, and that's motorsport, custom car scene, street art, subcultures that are just part of a big community of people that I really want to preserve and I really want to create accessibility for.
It's now that we have a platform like Web3, the technology that's evolving behind all this, that's going to get really fun to be able to be in car clubs from anywhere in the world.
And you've got a lot of chances to share ownership, contribute resources, build brands. Those things were much harder in Web 2. The possibilities are expanding.
I think the biggest thing, right? You guys just made a major announcement with NASCAR, right? Talk to us. What were you thinking? What were you strategizing to make a partnership like that?
NASCAR is one of those key drivers for innovation in sports cars and the muscle cars and the cars that become, our favorite, or, the ones we crave, the ones we really would die for on the street. The culture is so big, but the barrier to entry for a driver is huge. Unless you've got a massive corporate behind you, it's been almost impossible to get many chances behind the wheel even as an amazing driver. I started reaching out to a few other people in the Web3 space who were doing car connected collections. Garage XYZ, which is a photographic collection, they actually introduced me to Julia, who's, an amazing race car driver, a woman who's beating the guys at the start of her career. She's actually already there in NASCAR Xfinity. She's already a 2-time champion and 5th runner-up in an international for other racing. But she's just starting off, and a sponsorship really means something to her. She's not just looking for the highest bidder. The support that we give her as a club actually means something to her being able to seek out and continue her career. Number two, like, she's really open to Web3 and really open to community.
In 2021, and I had been hearing about NFTs and I didn't understand them, and I didn't know what they were, and I didn't like that I didn't know what they were. So I just started researching, reading about them. I had one of the photographer friends that I have here in Charlotte. He had started selling his artwork on blockchain, and so he kind of helped guide me. I have a mentor from Stanford who's also very involved in the space who helped me. But I just jumped in to learn, and it was an intellectual curiosity that I had. You know, after months and months of just like learning what a hot wallet was and buying crypto and, you know, getting to know what NFTs were like. During the pandemic, I had to film something for like a virtual speaking client, and I was in my suit and I was sitting on the couch, and my boyfriend took a picture and I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. I'm all suited up with nowhere to go. And then I put my helmet on, was like on the couch with my feet up on my phone with my visor down, and I posted a picture like, how's your quarantine going, because race car. And people really liked it, and so I on Instagram just created more photos of me doing mundane daily stuff in my racing suit, since I couldn't, you know, use it to go racing. So then I made an NFT collection, because race car. I just, you know, just for fun, to kind of see what it was like to mint NFTs, and, you know, sold a few of them, and I've just revamped that project and now have utility with like race tickets and you know, different merch packs and everything. And I'm still experimenting, I'm still learning, but I think it's a really cool way to have a little fan club, and I'm going to be, you know, giving, you know, surprise giveaways throughout the year and different adding to it as I go. So yeah, I did a lot of research, I nerded out, and then, you know, then got more involved in communities and collecting, and that was how I got introduced to Boss Beauties and Garage, is just through those channels online and through people I knew, who then, you know, got me in touch with ATEM. So very serendipitous.
And I think that we can show a way that Web3 can start getting involved in sport globally. We're seeing other people come up with this idea too. Also, other sport that is, you know, funding, that takes a lot of funding to set up. We're seeing some other innovators in this space as well. I think that we're at just the start of something. One of the big parts of our vision is to create digital experiences that you really value and you really appreciate. So we're creating spaces that can be used as like a place to access content, special content that's only available, delivered to you by partners. We're constantly working with different partners, different brand teams that are in the car space, in the motorsport space, and talking to them about how they would like their content to be consumed, interact with communities in the future, how to engage with an active, qualified audience in a non-intrusive way where they can offer value first. For example, we're building with a theory that if any other car club or car game builds their assets to the right standard, there's no reason why those cars can't be used to race against the ATEM Car Club cars inside our game.
What would you like to do with ATEM long term? Do you see this relationship evolving?
Well, one, I think I'm really excited for the car reveal, and I'm just excited to help bring to life the ATEM brand and the community and give you guys something to root for, something to see. I think that's really cool. I love the community aspect of it. As I said, it was really cool to jump in the Discord and chat with you guys a little bit. Going to do more of that. And I certainly hope, we were talking before we went live, like I certainly hope we're able to build more and, you know, kind of see what I need as a driver, what ATEM needs as a community and a company, and, you know, if there are ways that we can continue supporting each other and being mutually beneficial. I think that's super cool. I know that Jeff and I were talking, it's so fun to build with people. And I think, you know, we clearly get along super well, and I think we're both everyone's easy to work with. And so that's always cool. But I think, you know, I'm excited to learn more of ATEM's growth plans or like goals and stuff. And so I hope that this is just the beginning of my NASCAR Xfinity Series career. And so, you know, who knows how that can build, and as Web3 evolves, you know, new things we don't even know about now can come into play. And I love that we're now friends, we're now family, and we can cheer on for this race and then see what happens next.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking forward to being your like fan base here as well. We've actually got a big announcement coming up soon. So there are 200 cards that are unrevealed. We have an unbelievable partner that those are reserved to sort of announce their involvement. Really proud of that, and I can't wait to share it. That partner is a massive car fan and really wants to be a big part of the car culture we're creating. I'm really stoked about it. The next big thing that we're going to deliver, we're going to start delivering how the game works, the infrastructure that you need to play this game. The next thing to circle on your calendar is getting used to a space where you can play the game. The first game is about building your collection and building your custom cars that represent you, and getting those parts, getting those configurations, getting those colors, and making it yours. Learning the value of the assets that you've got.
Talk to us about that background you got going on right now.
This is one of the models and prototype for what you're going to be able to collect within the club. Every club membership pass gets to create car in their garage based on the membership card that they've got. You know, this is one of the possibilities. We're inspired by all sorts of gaming. We don't need wheels.
Looks like a pod racer from Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. Winning these races is the way to progress your career and also the way to enhance your collection, right? Because this is not a pay to play or a pay to earn kind of scenario. This is a play to win, and you get stuff from playing. So it's a really highly competitive scenario here. You really want to progress. You really want to get those titles, those achievements, the in-game resources that come along with that. You're constantly motivated to develop that driver and that career and follow that path. So we minted 12,400 NFTs. We minted it 100% in the ASTO token. So we didn't take ETH for our mint price, we took ASTO. Then we took all of that ASTO from the mint and we've staked it in the ASM protocol to generate brains. That's kind of like 100% of the mint has gone into an investment for the club. And we're producing brains to hand out to the club members and also to make more people joining the game. So not everyone who plays the game will be a club member. You just have to have a car to play the game. You can give a car to your friend. You don't have to buy them a membership and your friend gets the full experience. But every member will be giving a Gen 2 brain, and we're going to have other bonuses and benefits that come from that ASTO that the club owns over time. Part of the game we're going to make available is to create custom tracks that you own and that you can plug into the game and let other people create tournaments for or create race series using, etc., etc. There's going to be a lot of incentive to be really creative with that stuff, and it's something that we think will open the door to more creativity and more like a broader game.
That's really cool, and that's pretty impressive.
We think by the end of the year you'll have your cars and you'll start like getting ready to customize them and stuff like that. Early part of 2023 you'll be customizing your cars and trading and forming your team and beginning to do some beta testing on racing, connecting your brains and going through a learning experience of how to do that. But we do have some surprises along the way. A calendar with like continuous value that we'll be adding during that time, including some collectible collection and some other games. Burndown's not the only game that's under development at the moment. Don't get me wrong, Burndown's the serious game. The other stuff's going to be lots of fun. Hopefully get some really cool motorsport events coming up as well. So we're working really hard to secure those.
Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and maybe consider watching one of my other videos. Bunnies up!